Becoming one. Today we are becoming one. We're realizing what gaming is and why it even matters. But we don't have to take it that deep. We don't have to go that far. Do we really need to? Does someone want to watch some guy talk about how life is just so meaningless and pointless and then wrap it back around again and again and again in a million different ways? Well, I don't know if there's any woman out there that really wants to watch it, but that's basically what I do. But, if you think about it for a second, turning that into something entertaining is probably pretty hard. But, you know, honestly, that seems like probably something that people could be definitely interested in. So even if I'm sitting here talking about nothing at all, as long as I'm trying to make it interesting, as long as I'm trying to make it entertaining, then does it really matter? Because, sometimes people perform songs and they have simplistic lyrics, but maybe they just connected a couple rhymes or something. And then that made all of the difference, you know, when they kind of did these simple little flicks. And then they just kind of, just flicked their hair a little bit that way, the way that they did. And it was just so damn great, just like a video game. So damn great. It's everything you ever wanted, It's all of it. It's the power, the bloodlust, the feeling of having something at your fingertip. Isn't that amazing that you could just play a video game and if you play it really well, you could make a lot of money doing it? But honestly, if you're really good at a video game, you might not make a lot of money because you're really not that good at entertaining people, you know? But it is kind of sad to look at how many streamers there are, and you just think about their futures and stuff. Like, boom, 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 boom. Jesus Christ, there's so many of them. Think about their futures, their peaks, their roller coaster, the ups and downs. You just look at the struggle they're going through in the moment, and you're just like, holy crap, dude! Like this person's trying to, you know, if they don't make this quota, if they don't make this quota, then they're done for. And so like I don't want to be that guy online. I make a lot of different stuff, I do a lot of different stuff, but I just don't want to be that guy. Like, I'm living my dream, I gotta meet this quota, I gotta meet this quota. Like, I don't know, man, it kind of sucks to live in that because I've lived in that before. And it can be something that, if you're disciplined enough and you have the right work ethic and you're willing to go above and beyond and maybe even put your ass on the line in the process, by doing something that might be dangerous or something else, but doing it in a professional manner, you might be able to get somewhere. But I just get sick of the whole, I gotta meet this quota, you know? Jeez. Aren't we done meeting quotas, guys? Can we just be done meeting quotas? Think about the whole idea of it. Like you got to meet your quota on your KD or the hours played on this game or that game or this game or that game. It's okay if you're a gamer. You just like playing games. You need a game. Teach you something about yourself. Show you something about the world or something. I don't know. Maybe you really didn't get anything out of it all. Maybe your just brain just felt enjoyment. That's not all that's worth though. Isn't that what you relax, you're enjoying it? Hell yeah. I mean, you could be like in some torture chamber in some foreign country getting your fingers cut off, but there you are playing a video game. I'm just saying. I mean, worst case scenario, things could be bad, but you're playing a video game, laughing with your friends. Doesn't it seem kind of like a big lie when you say it like that? Like you could be somewhere experiencing something very terrible, but there you are playing video games. Oh, I'm so bored of this now. I'm so bored of this very great technological advancement that is so amazing. Simulating a million different things, a million different miles per hour. Jesus. There's not even directions anymore. We're just going wherever the wind takes us now. I don't even know what the hell's going on. Jesus, man. Do anything now. World at your fingertips. But when it really comes down to it, it's not real. It's just images and sounds, a series of images and sounds flashing before your eyes, your human eyes. Maybe I'm breathing a lot harder than I thought I was, honestly. I don't even smoke cigarettes. I don't even do any, I don't know. Oh, Jesus, man. I need to stop making these food videos. Jesus Christ. I just got a video up to 18 million views. I can't even believe that. That's crazy. Like, literally, it did. Like, look at my main channel. Look at my main page, dude. I got a video up to 18 million views. No joke. I did. I don't know how I did that. I was sweating eating fries. It was pretty funny. Anyways, you know, you kind of realize can you really say there's a point to game? Like, what's the point? Like, if I think we need to like break this down a little bit. Well, let's talk to people. What do you feel? And I already know. I already know what's going on with the gamer, man. I know. I know. It's just something that makes you feel good. Makes you feel like you can do something when maybe nothing ever works out and you don't have to subject yourself to any of the people in real life. So you feel something. And that probably makes all the difference to you, that hey, I can be good at this thing. But then the problem comes in where there's just so many damn people. Like, do you know how many people are on the same skill level as you at any particular game? And then the reality sets in that the only way to get very good is, for one, you got to be very, very good and talented, naturally gifted, for one. Two, you got to be completely devoted. You can't have any, you probably can't have any kids or drug addictions or any of those luxuries, you know what I mean? Or, however you want to word it. I kind of think to mix drugs and babies, that doesn't really work. I don't know. Those are kind of opposite. Like, drug addiction is a completely terrible thing. A kid is a completely beautiful thing. It's you know what I mean? That is a great thing. I don't have any kids. I wish I had a kid because maybe one day. Maybe one day, Seth. Maybe one day. But if I have a kid, I want to be very smart and play all the video games he can, because that is like downloading an alternate reality into your brain, man. But anyways, yeah, people spend so much time on it, and they could have been doing something else, or they could have been doing heroin, they could have been doing something else, they could have been murdering someone or bashing someone's skull in with baseball bats somewhere, ending up in prison. But they are playing video games. Hey, get your anger out there, be a good outlet for you. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely look at the positives, but the negatives too, because I started. Here's what happened to me. At some point, I was like, dude, I'm spending so much time, and it's almost worth nothing. Well, for me, because for one, I'm worthless. Just kidding. I'm not. I'm completely. I'm a gem. Complete gem. Gem override. But for me, I just feel like, the world is changing so much, and when I was a kid, it wasn't like it is now. So there's so many options now, and I'm an older person now. Like, I'm not 20, I'm 32. I'm 32 years old, okay? And that's not like that old, but it's still, hey man, you're getting a little bit old. Are you taking care of yourself? That's kind of the thing. Hey, your 20s are over, all that binging and, you know, whatever the hell else unhealthy crap you did. Hey, whoa, buddy, whoa. You're 30 now. So, and then we get 50, like, oh, hey. You know, as the risks increase, you got to take care of myself as I get older, though. You come back here in 10 years, I'll probably still be here as long as I'm alive. And I'll probably be a lot healthier, honestly. And maybe it's just going to get worse. Maybe I won't even be here, man. Oh, well. Jeez. I have such a lack of respect for myself. But anyways, back on track. You take a look at yourself and you're just like, you know, what have I really done? Am I, when I was debating this or thinking about this a lot more, and then I kind of devoted myself to other things, because that's what happened to me. I was pretty much, I became aware, like, hey, okay, I have a video game addiction. I need to do other things. I need to just do something else. For one, you only play so many games until you get bored, okay? How long are you gonna do it? I've been on like three, sometimes I'd go on like a couple year binge. Like, I would be binging one game for like a couple years, man. I think And so if I really like a game, I will binge it. And I've been doing that forever, you know. But, whenever this was even like 5 years ago, 6 years ago, actually probably like 8 years ago when I decided to do other things instead of just gaming every day. Like gaming every day. That's all I do. Gaming, 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 gaming. But I guess, as a writer and a funny person, a creative person, I'm just naturally inclined to do other things. Some people that play video games aren't like that, okay? So, um, you know, that's just kind of the way it is. But, I, you know, eh, just even, it's funny, 7 years ago, even how much different the world is because streaming has become bigger and bigger. That's evolved. People have to practice something to become good at it. And when something becomes brand new to the human race, like video game streaming, and then, I think it's going to take time for people to get really, really good at it. Like, I don't know, even video games in general, because I don't know, man. It seems like if you look at music and how much that evolved, just look at how much music evolved, man. It was so much different in 100 years. And you look at you're kind of chained to your time. You're kind of held to your time a little bit. You're kind of stuck in your time. And that's one thing I realized too, and so basically I came to the conclusion that a game is not real for one, but you're not really achieving anything. It's kind of all happening in your imagination. And then, there's a lot of different things you could do in life, but I don't really think anything's really that much different. I think a lot of stuff is the same. Like, what alternatives do you have to gaming? Okay, you're gonna go play soccer. You're gonna go play basketball. You're gonna go weave a sweater. You're gonna go write a book. What else could you do? There's a lot of things. You could become a poker master. You could play poker with people. You could play cards. You could do well. That's kind of still a game, but it's all kind of games in a certain way, in a certain sense. The difference between a video game is you don't have to really physically do much. Mentally, it's demanding. So, I mean, mental can be physical a lot. Get mentally exhausted, man, wiped out. But you know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of things are kind of closely related to video games. I feel like everything is kind of a video game in a certain sense that it has the same kind of idea. You're doing something, you're building upon it, and then you're achieving something. And they got like a million different games for everything. So, like, what? Sewing simulator, you know what I mean? They got it all. So for me, I almost think like the whole idea of something even being a video game is kind of a lie in a way that's like everything kind of has that same kind of idea built inside of it, no matter what it is you do. Comedy is kind of a video game. You kind of do jokes, you try to do better, you try to succeed, you try to win. You know what I mean? It's you versus other people, and whether you're in a competition or not, you're still kind of, competing against yourself or whatever, you know what I mean? So it's kind of a video game because people say, "Oh, I go play video games. It releases dopamine and it gives me that addiction, and it's like a drug." And it's like, oh, everything in almost like everything in life is kind of a drug. Like, what is it that you're engaging in that's not a video game? Okay, it's kind of funny to say that. Like, everything is heroin. Everything is like a drug, pretty much. Like, okay, the love that you have for your family and your kids and different stuff like that, isn't it kind of just like a video game? Like, I know it's real life, but it's like it's kind of like it's giving you a sense of satisfaction for your works and your efforts, which in turn is like your sequence of events that where you achieve something and you turn out the better or the worse, right? So everything kind of has the same concept built inside of it. So really, it's like everything is a lie, but gaming is a lie because it's all kind of the same kind of reward, punishment and reward. And that's kind of the thing too. It's like a sequence of punishment and reward. And I think I'm going to do another segment on that, but for now, that's a lot to digest. That's a lot for my brain to digest. I'm having a psychedelic tunnel, light speed through the tunnel. I don't know. I'm just joking. I don't even know what the hell's going on. I'm out of here.